Alright, we're live. Welcome everyone. Usually I don't do Unity assets. Well, I've done in the past, some of you know. But this one is kind of special and I just want to give it some recognition. I hope the music is okay. Well, I don't really care if it's okay. I hope it's not too loud. That's what I meant to say. We can just give it a small adjustment. There we go. Probably better. Alright, so the asset I want to talk about, you've probably seen it from the title already, since this is not live, I'm recording, is Cozy Weather 2. And I'm so impressed with this weather asset compared to so many other assets. Easy to use, easy to set up. A few challenges when you want to reach into the code and grab some things, but not impossible challenges. So I'm gonna demonstrate today. So I have an empty project here, or a semi-empty project. Let's just make my face even smaller, like that. Like that, yes. Get the side right, there we go. So, empty scene. And additionally, I just installed a game creator too, because I just want a character so we can have a look. Let's just throw a plane in there. I really hate that Unity by default top right now has this scale constraint per yeah, this one enabled. So okay, 10, 10, just jump here, quick material, and we're just maybe that's a bit bright. There we go. And then quickly a game creator, player. There we go. Game creator, camera shot. This main shot fixed. Third person. There we go. So now we at least have something we could look at, right? Or move around a bit. So I have this scene now, and I want to add. I was just wondering with the music there. Okay, no worries. We'll just adjust the volume even further. Anyway, I want to add cozy weather now. So much better. There we go. I'm gonna at the top hit cozy, and you have some options here, and we're just gonna do this setup scene. And it says, do you want to delete your directional light? Yes. Cozy will add its own. And basically, it's plug and play. We're ready to go now. I'm just gonna hit save, hit play. And now we have beautiful weather asset with sun. Everything looks really good. In the built-in pipeline. I have added nothing. I really think that's amazing. So let's just add to the shot. Avoid clipping. Main camera. All good. We want to avoid everything. Yes, fine. So here comes the fun part. In the scene, you can see we have this item now called Cozy Weather Sphere. And when you click it, you have these options. You have control of fog. We're not gonna touch these, let's say, sub children of the cozy asset. But we'll just operate on the main one here. And one of the things that's really nice is we have these different settings, so we can control how fast time or day go. Current time of day, right? So if we look in the game scene, it's night. Looks beautiful. sunset. Very nice. Soft jazz, yes. And you can really go in here and adjust so many details. And right now we're only looking at time. Here we have atmosphere, that's a general one. Celestial, which means cloud, lights, stars. Cloud, how to control the clouds. Atmosphere, sky dome, fog settings, lighting, the light coming, that's the directional light, right? Selection, and we have a default profile. We have a sky style. This is important because here we can set it to something more lightweight, or we can turn it off. So we're just gonna run desktop for now. We have cozy desktop, cozy mobile. You can see the difference as we changed live. Painted skies. These are beautiful. Desktop. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Ghibli. Mobile. Single texture. Very lightweight. Or off. We're just going to leave it on cozy desktop as it came. Then we have different fog styles. So we have Unity fog. You can see when you look at the distance. Also the distance from camera to player. Quite clear, right? Stylized. You can see there are some minor fog shadings. Height fog. More. And off. If you're running this in URP, I found this problem in URP with other assets like RAM or other water shaders where water became invisible. I'm not sure what's causing it and what the issue is, but I found out if I turned this fog off and I used a different fog asset, the issue went away. So I'm not sure. So let's just keep it on height fog. Stylized, yes. If we click this profile, we have a profile that's controlling these things. It's just a short. Basically, you're controlling them here as well, but you could create your own profile. There's one already here called Subtle Atmosphere. Time, again, it's the same. So it's all based on these profiles. So you can see there's a time profile here. We can change it to profile, so it's following the profile rules, and they're listed here. Or we can use native. Native, not sure. But I guess it's what I'm currently setting, right? If I click the time profile and we just do this, then we can see there are some examples of setting up a time profile. Like this one, for example, accelerated nights, so you have a longer day period and a short night. In the other game I was showing, or prototype the other day, was this one with all the NPCs. I did the 300 NPC spawns, and I was using cozy weather, and in that I set it up for short nights, long days, which you can control here, and that's really incredible. Ecosystem. Yeah, here comes the first thing we notice. It says forecast. So you can actually forecast what the weather will be over the next period of time. And we can set up transition times and profiles to forecast. So you can see we have all these preset weather conditions from Cozy already here. And we can see the one we're using right now. So in theory I could just drop a different one in, and you can see it's changing immediately. So heavy snow, and hit play. It changed it immediately to partially clouded because that's the planned. Let's see if we can change it on the fly like this. Because we have a transition period, I'm not sure what the transition period is actually measuring, if it's seconds or ticks or... And down here you can see what are we starting with. So this is probably where we should set our starting weather condition, right? instead of up here, because this is the forecast. Yes. It's working. Heavy rain. Let's try heavy snow. I'm curious about the snow particles, right? So in combination with something like a good shader that adds snow, this would be ideal. And you can hear it even adds sound. It's really loud. Snowstorm, blizzard, right? Storm's eye. So the thing is also, the really clever thing is these profiles. So let's just make sure it starts on clear again when we playtest here in a minute. So if I, in my game, only want a few of these to go in a loop, I would just adjust the number of profiles. I will only have the ones I need. Yeah, let's just finish this first. So actually you have these weather profiles, but you could also create your own weather profiles. Let's see, where is Cozy? Or Distant Lands, Cozy. Weather profile. So we have a new weather profile called new weather profile, and we can set up the different conditions for this profile here. But one of the things I really like is this one called weather effects. So this is where I would add custom particles for the current weather, sounds, maybe you have crickets overnight, particles, fireflies at night, something like that. And that also comes with examples, so many examples of both sound and visual effects, light rain atmosphere, intermittent thunder, birds. Yeah, we can add a bird sound, right? So you hear the chirping. We can also say don't forecast next. For example, if we just want to run this for a specific scene, or we have something going on in the game where we only want this environment right now, we will set up a custom profile. That's really nice. And of course, then we can just drag a new weather profile over into this, and it's part of the cycle, right? But then in addition, we have this called forecast profile. So if we click that and we click that, then you can see the weather we start with, profiles to store, and we have a simple. And I'm not sure what's the difference between the simple and the complex. It looks like initial profile or initial forecast is the main difference. I'm not sure. So forecast we would put in planned weather. Initial profile we'll put in whether we want the player to start with. Random, it gives itself. And then of course we have profiles attached for the weather we just created or used, the ones that came with the asset. Very, very nice. Mostly clear global weather. Yes. Next one we have settings and modules, which is actually the one you should go to first. Modules, you can add and remove modules. That's these boxes up here, and they have different benefits. So of course, if you want to remove these, could be a thing you don't use. Well, maybe I don't use this save load option, so I will remove it. Or I want to add the save load module. Even nice, it already comes with a microsplat and I'm just trying to remember TWE. The vegetation engine module. Yes, that's the one. Which is very nice to connect the profile so you can get the effect of the wind, the snow build up, stuff like that. Wetness of the terrain from a microsplat, so when it rains you actually see the wetness or puddles. Already in there. Very nice. Options. I have never adjusted anything here. It's nice to have. You can see it's locked to camera. That is one thing I've noticed. Sometimes when I work with multiple cameras and I turn one camera off, or I switch profile and move to a different camera for a different view, Cozy might complain and say it needs a specific camera. Then I just use don't lock to a specific camera. Of course, that's more resource heavy, but it's usable still. Materials. Manage the material list affected by the Cozy weather system. Snow amount, global values of snow, and then you have the materials here, or you can add your own materials, right? Materials. It's like a manager, so you have your layers, your colors. So you want to change color based on year, temperature, snow. That's impressive. So you can see the year for the grass, right? And the material is this one. So in theory we could just use this on, let's say, our grass instead. The VFX module, just to enable or disable the different VFX systems. I have never disabled anything. I have used some of them a few times to troubleshoot some of the issues where I'm trying to implement something I made myself, or something is not working. Then I have disabled these to see if they were related, right? Ambience. Aurora Borealis. Very nice. Likelihood of playing. Don't play during, and then add your events. Chance effectors. If the temperature is this, time is this, and participation, there's a big chance of this, you can see, right? It's so impressive. The fireflies, you can see here, there's a chance of fireflies when the temperature is rising and at this time of day. So you have your day period, and it looks like late until morning. There's a chance of fireflies. And of course, these are the effects you can see. We talked about before you add to the weather profile. So even because you add them to the profile, doesn't mean they will show up. We can adjust if they show up or not, or we could just set the likelihood to 100%, then they will always show up. Satellites, that's nighttime stuff. Well, you can see it says physical moon. So in my game on Steam, the Egg Bunny, I actually updated the weather system from what I was using to Cozy, because not only was there a huge performance increase, I went from like 60 FPS to 120 by using what appears to be a more in-depth system, but also with much better visuals. Well, not better, but it fits to the game. That's the thing, right? So when I look at Cozy, it's stylized as it's called, where the other one I was using was more realistic, and yeah, sometimes that don't fit in well with polygon graphics. This really does. Or you can just adjust the cloud so it does. Event system. That's one I'm using in the game. I showed in one of the other videos the in manager. And so in the morning, I would actually call all the NPCs sleeping, give them a wake up signal so they get out of bed, move around. Evening, again, I would call them back to bed, or I would actually send a signal, now you're tired, so they would seek towards beds, because they kind of controls themselves. And if they're idle and don't know what to do, they will check if this is morning or evening, and then they will react to that. At the same time, in the same game, at midnight, I call a payment check to the player. So the AIs running, who have rented a room or bought something, the player gets the money at midnight, like a cash out. That means I can generate a report, and that's also controlled by Cozy, and that's really impressive. Reflections. Oh, we can just hover. Set up cube map reflections for Cozy. I rarely use cube map reflections, but it's nice that it's built in here. You have your map here. It's really nice. But if I'm not using it, I might as well just remove it. There we go. Maybe I want to use it. So I just add it again. Reports. I really like this. So let's, well, if you are a regular subscriber or follower on my channel, you know I also play games, right? And one of the games I'm playing could be like Farming Simulator. In fact, I'm uploading soon a 10-hour challenge. And if I wanted to make something similar, or weather dependent, where it's important the player knows the weather forecast, I actually have a weather forecast here. We can see it's currently 7:20, mid-June, or sorry, mid-April. Currently, ecosystem is running at 66 Fahrenheit. Well, that I would need to change because, of course, we use Celsius, which is right here, 19 Celsius, with participation chance of 76%. That's a hard number. Temperatures will rise tomorrow, bringing the temperature to 67 Fahrenheit, which is still 19 in normal. No forecast information. Of course, forecast will be updated when you're running at runtime. Save load system. Save load commands within the save. Well, never used it. Not sure why. Let's just hit play and let's look at that report again. There we go. Now you can see we have a weather forecast for several days. Currently it's clear. When I'm looking at this and I can see the weather forecast, so you can see it's selecting the naming of the weather profiles. I also could see this being used if you're building not only a farming simulator, maybe a flight sim. Weather is extremely important when you're flying, right? Where's the weather? I moved the box around, so you can see it says clear weather, approaching storm, and the report said mostly cleared. Starting at 12, it will change to partially clouded. So now it's 3, so we can actually go into time, current day. We can adjust the time just by typing, or we can increase the tick speed. Wind is blowing. Let's just adjust this. Now we have birds. Evening. Look at the sunset. Very nice. Purple skies. Nighttime stars. If we look on the right, we can see it's now 10 p.m., 11 p.m. We got fireflies. Moon is coming over. It's getting dark, cloudy. We can actually switch to the report. And you can see it's live updating here late April. At 8:50, it will be partial clouded. It's just now, so you can see it's clearing up. And now it's completely clearing up, clouds are dissipating. It's getting windy. Afternoon, sunset. And this is just default. I haven't changed anything really. How impressive is that? All we did was we clicked add to scene. Then we looked at the different boxes. We even removed some and added them again, and it's just working. When I was using this on URP, so Egg Bunny on Steam, for example, that's on URP. I had so many issues because there was conflicts with the clouds, there's conflicts with the textures, of course, even after converting them all to URP. Got it working in the end, so I recommend if you're using that, get it from the beginning. The only criticism I have about this asset is, well, I actually have two. API documentation. So it's hard to tap into, let's say, the reports and grab this time. I got it now, it's fine, and I will share it if you need it. Reach out on Discord or whatever. That's an issue. Also, I would like to maybe be able to send to the weather system on command, now change to this weather. Because imagine playing a game, player does something, magic, big spell, weather changes because of this spell. Spell stops, weather goes back to normal. This I want to run as a command. Can be C, fine. I just want to be able to do it like that. I know it's possible because I can change the forecast, but we need to have it documented or simplified somehow. It's working, I know it's working. And then the other criticism is these. Let's see if we can click them. No. Cirrus clouds. So I would usually just disable those completely because I do not like the way they look. You can see by disabling, there we go. It's coming again. It's creating this round cloud. And if we zoom out, so you can see cozy weather is this spear, and it's focused around the main camera and player, right? But these I don't like. That's the only thing I really don't like about this asset. If you look at this, it's kind of ruining the whole experience with these. And as soon as I remove them, wow, right? So if you remove them or not, up to you. I remove them immediately because when I look outside, yeah, looks like this. It doesn't have these cirrus, sea clouds. So anyway, point is, if you're thinking about acquiring this asset and you need a weather asset, and you're doing something you just want that's working, you can see we're running on 2021-3.11. That's the LTS. I'm actually not sure if there's a new one. I don't really update that much. Click, it's working. Highly recommended. Hope this was useful for you. If you think so, let me know. If you think it was shit, also let me know. I need some input on that, right? Thanks for watching. Comment, rate. Well, rate. Just give a thumbs up if you like the video. Press thumbs down if you don't. And subscribe. I really appreciate your support. And thanks for watching. See you next time.